Hi, and welcome to my Thoughts from Places video in Ketchikan, Alaska, in the misty Fiords. Supposedly, when President Carter came to visit, the moment he saw these beautiful mountain ranges, he declared it a national monument. It's been that way ever since. When in Ketchikan, we had the opportunity to catch an airplane. Did you see what I did there? Catch. I'm sure it's been done probably more than 1,000 times. Anyway, we had the opportunity to catch an airplane and just travel over these beautiful forests and experience the natural wonder of the place. So, a Thoughts from Places video, for those of you that don't know and don't follow some of the communities that I follow on YouTube, is just a video where, based on the inspiration you felt visiting somewhere. As soon as I hopped in the airplane, I knew that this was going to be an absolutely astounding trip, an amazing 90 minutes of my life, and I figured that maybe I'd have some interesting thoughts or some exciting revelations. So it seemed worthwhile to take this B-roll footage and then try to record my thoughts. I'll admit, the first maybe 20 minutes of the flight, my thoughts were mostly ones of fear and of crashing and of fear about why the pilot seemed so relaxed, nonchalant, and constantly turning these weird little dials. Every so often the plane would jolt. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like you can ever see it do that, but I swear to you that it did stutter and fall and seemingly go sideways, and occasionally making me worry that it was going to stall out, which never happened, of course. So those first 30 minutes were pretty thoughtless, aside from thoughts of fear. But then as we continued to travel, I really did spend some time thinking. I thought about what it means to be a part of this beautiful place. I thought about how surprising everything is. I thought about how amazing it was to look one way and see these islands and look the other way and see these huge cliffs that glaciers cut into the rocks thousands and thousands of years ago. And I spent some serious time looking for grizzly bears. I have no interest in actually coming anywhere near close to one, but an airplane seemed like a safe place to view one from. I also got really obsessed with catching the perfect shot in these first 20 minutes of the flight. Just constantly turning the iPad on. Yes, I am that nerd who was using an iPad to film, and turning the iPad off. But soon I got caught up by the breathtaking nature of the place. It was just out of this world beautiful and breathtaking and awe-inspiring. These little teeny mountain lakes that are just hidden between one mountain and the next, between one crest and the next. And all the while, trees upon trees upon trees, and huge forests. And I found myself taking more time leaving the camera off so that I could just experience the experience. I realized that yes, it's great to get the perfect shot, but more importantly, I think, to live for that moment. Instead of watching the experience through the screen of my iPad, perhaps I should be watching it firsthand. And so, for a time, that's what I did. But then there'd be the perfect shot again of these fun little islands that were all friends with each other, or this beautiful mist, and then right above it, the tip of a mountaintop that just completely caught my eye, and I wanted to share it with the small world of people that watches these videos. And I got to thinking about how inspiring these 40 minutes had been. In just that small period of time, I'd sort of fallen in love with the place. And it had me thinking about time. Because to be on a cruise ship is really pretty odd. You arrive somewhere and they let you off at 7 a.m. and you're back at 3. The town, Ketchikan, has the same population as the total number of people that arrived on the cruise that morning. There were 9,000 people coming off of 4 different cruise boats, and about 9,000 people living in the town. And so we go there and experience it for a few moments, but then it's over, and we're back on the ship. So if you can fall in love with a place in 40 minutes, 60 minutes, 90 minutes, then what happens when you're there for 40 days, 60 days, 40 months, 40 years even? I think probably a little bit of the awe-inspiring nature goes away and it just becomes home. So in the end, I did have some thoughts in this place about time and how it's fleeting and how precious it is and how beautiful life is. And while I stood at this little lake in the middle of the beautiful national monument, I fell in love. And then we took off and went back, and life kept moving.